Real quick, if
Yeah.
Ariana does not get the Oscar, I'm gonna lose it. With let's talk about Wicked, man. So I am going to let you go first before I tell you any. Now we haven't talked about this. Before I tell
Yeah.
you any of my thoughts about it, I'm gonna let you go first. As someone who has not seen the stage play, because I have. I want to
Yeah.
know what your thoughts are about this second part, because a lot of people have. The movie made. I think the movie made back its whole budget with the first movie alone, right? Because they filmed them back to back,
Back to
and it
back.
made back its budget with the first movie. So this movie is kind of, excuse me, outside of its marketing expense, maybe I think it's all going to be profit, but it made a ton of money. So I think people for the most part enjoyed it. They were
Oh,
just a lot more lukewarm on this one than the first.
yeah. They
You know,
needed the completion of the story. It's pretty much what I'm going to give you all with my review.
gotcha.
Um, we always start off with sours. It's like
Mhm.
trying to think of something that I could really necessarily nitpick, which they packed a lot into this film to finish the story. And at some points, it felt like it was very quick. Scenes were changing, things were happening, and you don't always need explanation, but it does not match the pace of the first film.
Real quick, I
Yeah.
need you to expand on that because that right there, and this is I'm legit asking you
Yeah.
because from my eye, I'm looking at it as someone again I've seen the stage play,
Right.
so like I knew what was coming, but that complaint right there where they're saying yo, there's so much and stuff is happening fast. Do
Yeah.
you have examples of stuff like that? Like I'm legit curious.
I mean, so our Wizard of Oz characters, our
Hmm.
Tin Man, our Scarecrow, our Cowardly Lion, um, they're in this film, right? And
Yeah,
I know a lot of people, and which I loved, you don't see Dorothy's face. So
right, exactly.
that's one of my sweets,
He's
but
not the
we'll
star.
get
Yeah,
there. We'll get there.
hmm.
Um, a lot of people that don't understand that Wicked is a separate story are going to look at that like, hey, I thought we were going to get more of that. Hey, Elphaba is cool with Oz now. Hey, it's just like little things. I, like it just felt like we got everything, and I talked to Aisha about it because she hasn't seen it yet, and I was like, that's the only thing I will give it. It's just like it was like so much. It just felt like I literally was in there, and I didn't, my whole thing is if I look at my watch, either I've got a notification or I'm bored.
Hmm.
And I didn't at one time look at my watch, but it was just felt like it was so fast. Like so fast. And then it got to a point, I would say about like 80% of the way through where it did slow down and I kind of was done. It was very weird. I was like, because the pace is so different. So I was like, little things like that, or just like story, in a story with her sister. That was only one scene where we kind of get like an explanation of why she's the Wicked Witch of the East.
Yeah.
Like it was that it just didn't seem like we were getting complete thoughts where it was just like, we're giving you everything because this is the stuff that you guys know. But then again, for the people that have not seen the stage play, I don't know how that was presented.
No, it was the same way. So I get what you're saying. So you're saying it's like the Wicked Witch of the East, the Tin Man, the
Yeah,
Lion, the Scarecrow. You're saying they just threw them in there without really like they didn't
yeah,
develop them a lot. Okay,
yeah. And I
okay.
understand that this story is not about them. The story is
Hmm.
about Alphaba. And like that's cool. And we got a lot of her. There is another thing that I didn't like. I understand that this is not a kid movie,
Right.
but there are scenes in this film that are towards the end of like the development of relationships where I'm like, this is a little inappropriate. I don't know how I feel about there's two people in a bed together, and
Oh,
you can insinuate that that things are happening She's
Right, gotcha.
lot more revealing clothing in those scenes and stuff like that. And I was like, this feels a little different from even the costume design in the first one, you
I
know.
got you. Yeah.
So, but besides, again, that's like a nitpick. It was a lot of little things where I'm just like, that was a choice. That was a choice. And that's my negative. That's it. That's my negative. That was a choice is something I thought of often, but it did not necessarily take away from the film because I was like, with the fast paced, not building on things, I was just like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? And you start getting that. Because the first one was so smooth, such great conversations, great story building. Everything happened at a wonderful pace. This joint was quick.
But it was still over 2 hours long.
Yes.
So I think that I didn't want to say anything because I think you have a complaint that I think a lot of theater goers have. So here's the thing: the movie, and that's why it's kind of tricky for me to talk about this because just so you know, I think I said this: the stage play itself is not even in my top. It's definitely not in my top 5. I don't know if it's in my top 10 of musicals. Like,
Okay.
I didn't like it. That's why the first one was such a lightning bolt to me because I was like, wow, like I liked the movie version more than the stage play, which has never happened.
It never happens.
So at the end of the first one, basically, it had this huge culmination of Elphaba. Then we find out the big lie that the wizard is telling. And then, she defies gravity and says, I'm coming for you. Yeah. That's the climax, right? So I think everyone, they're just on that high, like, oh my gosh, what's about to happen? What's going on? But even in the stage play, which you don't realize, like, that's it. Everything after that is just a fallout. Like, you are now in the Wizard of Oz movie. And kind of how she was in the back. You see she was in the background of the Wizard of Oz. You see, like, it's kind of treated like she's in the background here. Because not, like you said, not a lot happens. No. And I think a big portion is her and Ariana Grande's characters don't spend a ton of time together like they did in the first one.
No, and which makes the whole outside relationship very odd.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I mean, Fiyero didn't have that much to do in this movie.
No, and I was excited to see. I was to see his development.
To see him.
Yeah.
I think the Tin Man.
Everybody knows that was my favorite song. It's his performance. That whole scene was my favorite.
Oh yeah, Dancing Through Life. Yeah, that was my night, bro.
The first film. That is that's a sour.
Yeah.
No standout performance for me.
No standout. Oh,
I don't have. I personally don't. It's not taking away from the film. It's just nothing was like, yo, to me.
Right. No, I got you. I feel you. Yeah. I agree. I think the songs, I think in part 1 were better. Remember last time we did this, I was debating. I was like, bro, I don't know if I couldn't tell you which version of the songs I liked more. Oh, but right. Yeah. So I mean, I guess getting back to it, it does make sense that people are like the way you explain it, where you're like they're just throwing stuff at you.
Yeah.
Like, the Tin Man happens and then he's all of a sudden her enemy, which I thought was stupid. And then, Dorothy lands and then she just is on her way down a yellow brick road. And the lion pops up at the beginning a little bit, then he comes towards the end. And the wizard is kind of, I get what you're saying. The wizard's like, hey, bring me her broom. And, you don't really get to know them, even though they're a major part of it. And Elphaba herself, even though she's in the movie a lot, she starts off as, on this noble quest, like, hey, our wizard's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's, cool with him. Then she's like, and, as I'm talking out loud, I'm starting to understand what people are saying. Like, she's cool with him. And then she turns on him and then she just becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Which, like that.
I mean, there was a performance. Yeah. And she says it, and it's like, if I can't be,
right, exactly.
Good, and I'll be with you.
That's her transformation song. The no good deeds go unpunished.
Yeah.
So it's I did like Glinda though. I think this was more a character arc for her than anyone else.
It felt like it was her movie. It was like,
the first one felt like it was Cynthia's. This one felt like it was real quick. If Ariana does not get the Oscar, I'm gonna lose it. Like, bruh, I'm gonna lose it. They both got robbed. Well, Cynthia lost to Nora, which that movie was fantastic. But anyway, neither of them got the Oscar the first time.
Yeah.
This is a weaker movie, but these performances, nah. If they don't get an Oscar this time, I'm gonna
Yeah,
lose it, bro.
that's what I'll go into. Yeah, once we get to sweets, well, I'll definitely.
Well, I mean, I'm done. I'm done ranting. I
dive
think that was
deep.
it.
Yeah.
Did I have a God? I feel like there was something else that I didn't like.
Oh well, I guess I could talk about my viewing experience.
Oh yeah. Tell me what was wrong with it.
With HDR, the whole thing is color, right?
Mhm.
If you watch HDR on TVs, you guys and gals and everybody between know, like, you don't really have blacks. They're like blacks and whites are they're the absence of light and light.
Right.
If you want to do color theory, with the HDR in this theater, everything that was white was like fucking technicolor. It was very like rainbowy, and
Okay.
I think that's a mistake because Glinda is in white a lot.
She is.
And so anytime she was on screen, and she's, now she's white passing, that her face, her skin would be sparkly or like rainbowy. And it really was taking me out of the film. Like, so that format, do not see it in HDR. I mean, I'm guessing if you go to an Alamo or something like that, that's going to be the only thing offered, because they don't have the huge Dolby theater like we have here at home.
Okay.
Their Dolby theater is HDR. So like the colors were awesome and popping, but the whites were not white, and that's a problem. Anything that was like, even Fierro, some of his stuff, like it would like really, it was weird. But Alphaba looked awesome in HDR. That green, man, the costume designers and the makeup artists, they need.
You're about to. I mean, I have nothing outside. So the movie was slower than the first. Is the main thing.
Yeah, it really is. That's
it.
That's it, and that's what not makes it not a 5 for me.
Right, exactly. That's it. That's the only thing, because the first one set such a high standard.
Yes.
We can go to our sweets now.
Okay, yes. Visually, even
this
with
guy looks so good.
With my experience, looking past the Technicolor, I was like, oh my gosh, this is still beautiful. Even down to the painted yellow bricks.
Yes, man.
I was like, yo, they have captured what we imagine, like, what, the imagination. They really brought that out. Even when you're reading The Wizard of Oz, and when you're imagining what it's supposed to look like, when you think of the original story, when you think of you think of the Wiz, how they just like use color, I think it's unmatched, and no film is doing it again. There's nothing that I can compare it to.
I agree. The production design that this director and his DP, like that his production team used. I mean, obviously, we loved it in the first one. I mean, and they were shot at the same time, so you expect it to be
right.
There's certain shots where I'm just like, yo, they actually made this. Like, wow. Like, there was, I mean, obviously, there's CG in this movie, which is still really good, but there are some things that I know are like, there's certain things I was like, yo, I can't tell. Like, was that CG or is that actually practical? Like, it's that good, man. It looks beautiful, man. And to your point, Elphaba, her witch costume, I guess I liked it. I liked the style, like Elphaba's bubble. Like, I just, the costumes, everything everyone was wearing, it worked really well, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, man. I visually just impressive. Everybody's costume, again, costume design, even down to Dorothy's, because again, you don't see her, you see the back of her or the side of her, and the shoes, and like that fun fact, the only reason those shoes were red was because of new technology back in the day, and I hope everybody knows that, because people are mad that they weren't red while she was wearing them in the film. They
Well,
were
actually, I don't think I know that film fact. What you talking about?
Yeah, so in the original Wizard of Oz, the shoes were changed to red because they were showcasing color. Color was not a thing. That was like
Yeah,
color
yeah, yeah, yeah,
movies
yeah.
and color TV. That wasn't a thing. And that they did that on purpose to showcase how awesome color can look and vivid color can be. Those shoes were originally silver.
Yeah, they're silver in the book. I knew that. I didn't know they changed them in the movie for that reason. That's a fun
Yep.
fact. All right, cool.
That's nothing to do with the story. They're like, it's literally to showcase we got color TV, y'all, or we got
Yeah.
color.
Okay.
movies.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Nah, that's dope.
And
So
so,
yeah, that
like
was
them
cool.
turning red after the Grimoire changed it, like that
Yeah.
was cool. Like I was like, all right, again, but it was like like really, really quick. Like, all right, y'all got y'all red ruby slippers. Now they're back. We're not going to explain it any other way. And then yeah, man, visually, the acting, that's just again, it was nothing wrong with this film as a whole. And it's very hard for me to sit up here, but I can say it with so much confidence. I did not leave excited like I did after seeing the first one.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, I did, but that's for a different reason. But
Okay, all right. I
I'm with
definitely,
you. Like it's hard to because it's like the performances are all good. Even Nessa
yeah,
Rose and Bach, their limited time. Like even though I hated their characters, I'm like what the script did with them. The
yeah.
actors themselves did a great job.
Oh yeah,
I think even Fierro for his limited time, he still brought like that. You could tell like he still had like his character was still there, even if he wasn't used a lot.
he wasn't used a lot, and he was very sad. So it was like it kind of it was I think it was a waste to even for him. Like that wasn't fair when it comes to like he was a huge part of why the first one was just so great.
Yeah, exactly for both of them.
Yeah.
Even though he kind of dealt with the conflict between the two leads in this movie. But speaking of the two leads, I don't think either of us are going to disagree. They both gave hella performances.
Yes, and like you said, Ariana, like she stands out.
She does. So again, it's funny you mentioned this was like, you remember how in the first movie we saw a little bit of Elphaba's childhood and why she is the way she is.
Yeah,
in this movie we saw a little bit of Glinda's childhood and why it's the way she was. So I mean, I think if part one was Elphaba, part two is about Glinda. Like,
yes,
both of them coming into their own because. I gotta tell you, even in the play, I was like, "Yo, Glinda, you're a trash friend, and what you're doing is bad." And I think even this movie, even more than the stage play, showed her development more, which I'll get into a little bit later. But
with the wording that we like to use, it humanized her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. I liked them both. I think again, they're singing, even if the songs weren't as good. Yeah, them notes they were hitting, golly.
Yeah. There's time.
A song, the song the one you were referencing, is called "As Long as You're Mine" with Elphaba and Fierro.
Yeah,
there is Elphaba. I don't like that song, to be honest with you. Like I skip it on the soundtrack.
Yeah,
but when I heard it here, I was like, "Yo, is this my new favorite song?" The way Cynthia sang that joint was crazy,
awesome, man. It's awesome. And again, I was lucky enough that I still was in Dolby. So I got that experience of the vocals giving you goosebumps, but I learned recently everybody doesn't get that. I do.
Yeah, that's why I had to watch it in IMAX because I watched it in regular and I was like, this don't sound the same.
Yeah.
So so that was dope. But here's what I want to point out. Obviously, again, we talked about the performances. Jeff Goldblum, he was great as the Wizard again.
It's like he's just good. It's like
he's just being him.
He got to play himself in 2 movies. He is the Wizard. He is, he's Elphaba's daddy.
You're right. But here's the performance that gets me, bro. Michelle Yeoh as Madame Marble.
Yeah,
she is she plays the villain so well, man. Like when she called up that storm, and then she calls up the storm, and then Glinda goes and questions her, and she's like, "Listen, do what you do best. Just wave, smile, and shut up." Even though she wouldn't tell her to shut the F up. Like, I'm like, dang, yo.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever seen her play a villain before, but she came into that role, and
does
she was like the real threat in that movie, which I loved. I thought she did a great job, and I need to make sure to shout her out.
I'm here for it all. All right, again, it's like this is a very weird review for us because it's like we didn't get to see it together. We thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's just this weird feeling where I was not looking for the first one, but I think I needed it to be like the first one. Right.
Right.
And it was like y'all filmed this at the same time. I thought this was going to be dark. I thought it was going to be like so unsettling. I thought that's what the second act was.
Uh-huh.
And when I'm watching, I was like, y'all pretty well mannered for like literally you got ice in the movie, you know.
Yeah, they're enslaving people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel
Like, yeah, it's like it's very like, do y'all is this as serious as it should be?
right. I feel you.
But and I was like, I don't know. Is it like that in the stage play where it's like it's very serious? Like the Munchkins are now, you know, they can't travel like the animals and stuff like I felt like
I actually don't remember that piece in the movie.
All right.
I do remember it played out the same way where Bach is mad at her because like he's keeping her there. I don't remember if there was a whole ordinance though. I don't remember that.
One thing I guess we tried to make sense of that, like how he got stuck there.
Yeah, why he got stuck. Yeah, I agree. One thing I will say though, something I loved, I think that the Anna, like that she has this song called "There's No Place Like Home." That's not in the stage play. That's a new song, and I like that they showcased. Yeah, I like that song too. She sung it really well. I like that they showed the animals more than they did in the stage play. Because even at the end, when Galinda comes into her own, and that's what I was saying. That's why I left it feeling better. She comes into her own and she's like, hey, come out. And you actually see her unite people.
Yeah.
That, I think, was a great thing. Also, the very end, there's I know we spoiled a little bit up, but in case people don't want to get to be spoiled, one of them doesn't know that the other one's alive. And in the movie, there seemed to be a glimmer that showed that they both know that they're okay. Yeah, and I like that. I was like, I need you both to know that you're okay. And the stage play, the movie ends right after like For Good, after that song. Okay. So one of them like doesn't know. But in the movie, then, like there's a slight hint that okay, maybe you do both know that you're all right. And
are they making?
I left happy because of that.
Are they making a third film with her son in it? Like,
based on the book? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I was interested in that. Cool. Yeah, I was very interested in this. Like, how would you do that? What does it look like? Again, is it going to be dark or is it going to be this wonderful, happy, beautiful setting?
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention
it,
I mean, the scene. I mean, this isn't a spoiler, but when the house falls on the Wicked Witch of the East, I mean, it's sad at first, and that quickly turns into a slap fight. Like, I mean, I thought it was funny, but I was like, "Yo, there's like a dead body, right? Like 10 feet away.
Right next to y'all. Like, what is going on?" Right. Yeah. That part was funny. That again, that was like this comic relief that wasn't needed. It was a little weird, and I was like, "Okay." Yeah, I caught myself. I spoke out loud. I was like, that's your daddy. When he kept drinking the green drink. And I was like, well. But I was like, oh, shit. I'd have ruined it for somebody.
Well, I mean, maybe. But there were, I mean, he was drinking that in the first one, too, I believe. Yeah. But, all right, yeah. But, I mean, we've been talking for a minute. What would you give this one, bro?
Yo, it's a 4 out of 5, man. It is a 4. It's a 4 out of 5. It's, again,
it's good enough to rewatch. It's not as good as the first. Yeah,
I saw the first one 3 times in theaters, twice in theaters.
Twice. Okay,
I think twice in theaters. One of them was a sing along, and I've seen it outside about twice too. So I've seen about the first one about 4. I really liked the first movie.
Yeah, I really liked it too, man. Like I really liked that movie.
Then it comes to this. Yes. I will rewatch this in my house. Mm-hmm. I will potentially go rewatch it with my wife because she still hasn't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, and go to a good theater.
Yes, and like it is a necessity, and I understand that. Like I would love to see it in IMAX because the format was a little cut off. it's like a lot of my favorite wide shots would have been this.
Oh yeah,
It was more like this.
yeah.
And I was like, I know that looks different. I know that looks crazy. I know when they show the castle in the distance with everything spinning around, I know that looks crazy in IMAX. Like, I know when Glinda's on screen, like you can see the vast, how big her space is.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
you don't get that in the standard.
Oh yeah, man.
So,
You missed out, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
go
So
watch
that's that. I know that I'm gonna enjoy it, but again, it's like, oh man, for a sequel, solid, because it's a great end to a great story.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So with that being said, like I mean, I cannot not recommend this, and I already know people are gonna go see it.
Yeah.
But there is like, is it gonna have the same effect that it did on kids? I mean, these kids are older now. I don't know. And like older things, but I had somebody crying next to me the entire time. It's very
Yeah.
weird.
I had someone
I
crying in my theater too.
I was like, I was like, I don't think these performances are as good as the first one, but okay.
I think it's just I think it's the they cried during the last song, which I was like, all right. But anyway, let us know what you thought about it when you see it, or if you've already seen it, which we're assuming you have. What did you think of Wicked for Good? All right.